Good morning, guys. Good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here. We're going to do an overall message. They've been crazy today. I've already done 3 zodiacs, Sagittarius, Aries, and Aquarius, and I don't like super heavy energy all the time, and I guess it's not all the time, but today has been heavy, not for everybody, but I just feel I feel a lot of almost like punishment. That's the right word. There's punishment coming. And there's fear of punishment. Someone's afraid punishment is coming. And it is coming. It's inevitable is what I'm hearing. And I've been getting it in 3 messages today. I've been feeling it all day. I felt it actually last night. And I just couldn't get out a message because, like I said in the other videos, if I post them, you'll hear me. I was in the closet with my kids hiding because there were tornadoes everywhere last night. So, here's what I think is going on. Now, of course, this is not going to resonate for everybody. This may not even be you watching this video. This could be someone that this is happening to, somehow connected to your energy, that something may be happening to them. Here's what's happening. Like I said, punishment. Someone is or has done something that I don't think that they want to like answer for. They don't want to answer for, or they want to sweep it under the rug, or they just wish it would just go away. Like they wish that it wouldn't have happened. They never would. But it's like you can't just like will it away. You can't wish it away. Like that's not learning the lesson from it. Okay. So my idea here is someone's going to backtrack. Someone's going to backtrack with you. I'm going to say it's with you watching this video. They're going to approach you a certain way now that they weren't, however that is, that they haven't been approaching you yet. Your response is no. You're not going to accept it. You're not going to You're not going to accept someone's, I'm not saying apology. I'm not even feeling an apology. You're not going to accept whatever someone's approaching you with. Or you're not going to respond. You're not going to say shit. You're just going to be like, it's like a wall goes up. Someone's wall is going up. Why do I smell fucking bread? I smell bread right now, like really strongly, heavily, like, and I don't have a bread maker, okay, but I smell like bread. Bread, yeast, something to do with like, I don't know, I smell cooking, but it smells like bread. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know, maybe that'll circle back around. Break bread. Is this like a situation, you know, when people get quiet on you for a while or they completely abandon you or something, and then all of a sudden they try to come in and act like everything is just fine and dandy, and you're like, now you want to break bread with me? You want to act like none of that just happened? You want to act like you weren't just completely ignoring the shit out of me? Or you want to act like you didn't just do that to me, or that you haven't been doing this to me, or that you haven't... It's something like that. It's like now you want to pretend or just act like something didn't occur, so that we can just smooth things over, right? You just want to just pick up where we left off, like none of this ever happened. No. Like this would be like a parent who's left someone's life. I mean, this is an example. It doesn't have to be the situation, but it would be like if a parent completely abandoned their child, even if they're adults, you know what I'm saying? And then years later, they come back in their life and they're like, hey, you know, I'd like to, and you're like, no, and I have a right to say no. You know, I'm not saying anyone's even holding a grudge here. This isn't about holding a grudge. It's just about the fact that you have the right to say no. You have the right to refuse. You have the right to tell someone, no, I don't want to even deal with you now because you weren't worried about me before, so I've already moved on. It's kind of the idea of I've already moved on. Like that could be someone's punishment here, is that when they finally do, like, reach back out. That's what I think. It feels like reaching back out. Or when someone finally does say something, steps up, you're you or another person, someone here is going to be like unresponsive. But they're not in the wrong, okay? Like whoever this is has the right to not say anything. They have the right to, I'm hearing, remain silent. Like they have the right to decide who they want in their environment, who they want to conversate with, just as these people did. It's like just as you had the right to not talk to me and to act like I didn't exist and to not get back with me or treat me like I was a priority, I have the right. Now, it isn't like an eye for an eye. I don't feel that. This would not be. So if anyone's doing an eye for an eye, that's not this message. That's cruel. This is not someone who's intending to get someone back or treat them the way that they've been treated. No, this is someone who's like, I'm not seeking revenge. I'm not going to try to do you like you've done me. I just want nothing to do with you. I'm not concerned with anything you have to say to me now because my energy is done with yours. So whatever you have to bring to me now, I don't even care. This would be like someone who like worked at a job and then now they're like, well, you can come get your final check, and you're like, keep it. I don't even fucking care at this point. I don't even need that. You know? Be like someone who you do business with and they completely take forever, or they don't keep up with you, or they don't act like they even give a shit, and you're like, all right, well, that just shows me that I want nothing to do with you, and it is what it is. So when you do come around, you're not going to hear from me, or I'm not going to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you, because why would I? Like someone's energy is completely guarded. That's it. Someone's completely guarded now, or will be completely guarded when another individual approaches them after some time, because they have the right to be. It's as simple as that. There's no other way to say it. You have the right to choose who you want in your energy, in your life. You have the right to choose who you want to have conversations with, to choose who you want to hang around, choose who you want to do business with. And someone here is basically saying the answer is no. And the way that the answer will be given is probably by silence, I think. It's going to be like, my silence is going to tell you how much I don't really care what you have to say, because there's no... I no longer want something from you. I no longer am looking for your help. I'm no longer interested. I don't care anymore. It's almost like tough love in a way, you know? But not really, because it doesn't feel like love to me, you know? It feels like even strangers, like something like, you make me a stranger, then I'll be just that. You know, you want me to be a stranger, you treat me like I'm a stranger, then I'll be your stranger. And then when you come around again, don't be surprised when I am a stranger. That's what you wanted. I'm hearing estranged. But some of you, this is family. This is family who maybe, I don't know, they've treated you a certain way, or they haven't treated you any way at all. They just completely neglected you, abandoned you, act like you're not even there, you don't matter. This could be in business. And you're like, no, it could be in love. And then when they do return, or they come back around again in some way, they will. I feel like, you know why I feel like this isn't really love? It feels more business and family to me, because it almost feels like they believe, whoever this is, there's a feeling of almost obligation. Someone feels like they have to return to you in some way, or they have to talk to you again in some way, because they have your check, or because you've paid them for something, or like business has been done, so they like have to. But like, you see right through it. Like, you almost know if this is you and you've been basically, let's say, taken advantage of by someone, or dismissed completely, used and abused, or someone's treating you a certain way in the family, and then when they get caught by the rest of the family, you know, like maybe they've been getting away with it for a while, but then when the rest of the family starts seeing how this person's been doing you, it's like now they may want to act like they didn't mean it, and you're like, no, absolutely not. I want nothing to do with you. You guys ever seen that movie Ophelia? If you haven't seen the movie Ophelia, it's so good, okay? And in the click off now if you haven't seen it, because I'm about to ruin it. In the very end of the movie, she asks Hamlet to come with her, to not be in his ego, basically, and just prove his point and try to fight, to not seek vengeance, to seek love, to seek his life, to get out of there. They can run away and whatever. And he chooses vengeance. He chose his path. He chose to abandon her, basically. He chose to do what he wanted, right? So she chose her path and she leaves, and he ends up ultimately dying. And in the end, she's set free. Because we all get to a place and a point in our life where we're kind of like, you know what? You're not going to just treat me any kind of way because you think that you can. It's like, I'm not going to just allow it anymore. I'm not going to allow this. I'm also not going to try to change you. I'm not going to try to force you. You don't want to talk to me? Cool. You don't want to help me? Fine. You don't want to truly care about me and love me like I do you or whatever? That's fine. I no longer wish to reach out to you. I no longer wish to try. I no longer wish to care. I no longer wish to connect my energy with yours at all. You've shown me again, I'm hearing time and time again, you've shown me, Sean, you've shown me time and time again that this is something I need to walk away from. So I release your energy and I bid you adieu. I wish you a great life. May you be well. You know? Like, it hurts, you know? Someone here, it's hurt them because they feel that another person didn't take them seriously or just took them for granted, didn't give a shit at all. Like, whatever it is, the person who got hurt the worst is the one who is finding the strength to move forward and not allow another person back in their energy. And another person's going to come back around. At some point, someone's going to come back around and they're going to, now whether it's genuine or not, or they're just doing it because they're trying to save face with the other people, or for their business, or for their family, you know, so they don't look bad, but it's not because they really give a shit. It doesn't matter what someone's reasoning is. When this person, because they will, tries to connect again or reconnect, you have an individual here saying, it's not going to happen. I'll do everything to avoid you. You won't hear from me again. You have shown me that I'm irrelevant in your company. I'm irrelevant as a client. I'm irrelevant as a family member. I'm irrelevant. That's really what I feel. It's family or business, but it could be love. So I'm going to show you that I respect your decision, even if it hurts me and I feel very disregarded, and you won't hear from me again. Sorry I ever tried. It's like that, right? It's like, sorry I even approached you. Sorry I even cared. It's very serious energy. Someone's dead serious. Okay, because the end of that movie, and that's what I'm channeling, I'm seeing it right now, I'm seeing Ophelia. In the end, she actually ended up being pregnant. She didn't even know she was pregnant. Her and Hamlet had a baby. And he could have chosen to live with her, and they would have had a daughter together. They didn't know, but anyway. So how the movie ends is she's with her little girl. Alone, but living life. She chose to live. You're choosing to live. You're choosing to move forward. If you're watching this video, some of you, you're saying, I'm choosing to move forward without someone, without their help, without their business, without their support, not even really getting a proper goodbye, not getting proper love, not getting proper, some of you, respect, not getting proper care. It's kind of the energy of someone saying, you're going to answer for your deeds. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to try to force you. I don't have to bug you. You've proven to me by your actions that, at least to you, I don't really have a place in your energy. You don't really care. So I'm going to show you that I respect that you don't care, and I'm going to leave you alone. So if and when, and for whatever reason, you do try to come back around, it's going to be too late because Hamlet died. You know, you only get so many chances before it's like, okay, you don't got to tell me twice. You know what I'm saying? Bye. some of you, this could be someone who, I don't know, I'm getting blame here. Like someone may have always blamed another person here. Okay, some of you watching may have been blamed constantly for something, and you're like, are you kidding me? Like maybe someone, it could be simple though. It could be something like, you never call me or you never reach out, or I'm always calling you but you don't answer, and you're like, is this person fucking delusional? Do they realize that every time I call them they don't respond? Every time I ask them for something they have an attitude? Or something like that, where like it's like the pot calling the kettle black or something. It's like somebody who's been, you know, claiming another person's not been doing something, but they actually have. And so this person's like, all right, since you clearly aren't seeing what I have been doing, I'm just going to remove my energy altogether. And then you can just blame other people, right? You can just blame someone else because I'm tired of being blamed. Because in the movie Ophelia, which is clearly has to do with this main message today, she's really kind of just abused her whole life. She's blamed for everything. Like she's just, you know, treated like shit really by everybody. And then eventually they all die. Like they all go down, and she's like, all right, at some point I have to choose myself. I have to choose my own life. I choose to live. Like at some point in life you get tired of being shit on. You get tired of being discarded, dismissed, treated like you don't matter. Like you're just somebody to text every now and then. Or you're someone to just ignore. You're someone that's not really of importance, of top priority, even if you're a paying customer. Whatever it is, it's like I'm tired of being treated this way. It could be as simple as y'all will never visit a certain restaurant again because of how you get treated every time you go there. It's almost the idea of someone who's going to lower their expectations. Like, and it's a painful, I feel like it's more serious than just a restaurant though or something, guys. It could be that small, but I don't think so. I think it has to do with business or family. That's what it feels like to me. My gut's telling me it has something to do with family or business in some way. I'm getting another example. I don't know if this ever happened to you guys, but I'm sure it has. Now I'm thinking of like elementary school, but it doesn't have to be. You know how when you're in school and let's say you get so excited whenever you get called on because you want to answer, you know, you raise your hand and you're like, I know, like you raise your hand and you're raising it higher hoping that the teacher picks you, but they fucking never pick you, and it's clear that this teacher doesn't give a shit, right? Doesn't care what you have to say. So this teacher's like, they just never pick you. Where did my pen go? They never pick you. Even though your hand's up high, even though you have the answer, you want to answer, you're willing and able, you're willing to, you know what I'm saying? You're willing, you're trying, you're participating, you're seeking, you're wanting to be involved, you're wanting some sort of connection, you're wanting to connect. You think about the student answering the question, they're connecting, communicating, you're wanting to, but they never call on you. They never call on you or whatever, and then you're like, why am I even in this fucking class? So then you switch classes. And then the teacher sees you in the hallway or something and says, hey, so-and-so, and you're just that you don't even care. You don't even acknowledge it because at this point, well, they don't matter at this point. They don't exist. The energy is null and void. It's dead. It was never even there to begin with. They didn't see you to begin with. You know, they didn't care. I strongly get that someone here may be trying to connect with an individual in the near future and someone's going to not be around. They're not going to respond. I don't know if they're changing their number. I don't know if they're blocking this person or they're just simply leaving it on red or they're not even opening it because they're like, I don't care. I don't even care. Like family or a company that has been invested in some way financially, and they're not getting back what they deserve. It's more like what someone actually does deserve. It's what's right. And now they're saying, okay, well, you're no longer going to get my love and support. You're no longer going to get my business, or I'm not going to give you shit else. You're not going to get any of my energy because I've seen that I'm not your priority to you. I see that you don't really care. This could be a family member who just constantly doesn't or didn't give two fucks, and now all of a sudden, because maybe they got a safe face for the rest of the family, they're trying to like act a certain way, and you're like, I want nothing to do with this person. So then maybe you become like the bad guy because the family's like, oh, why don't you? And you're like, it has nothing to do with forgiving. It has to do with the fact that I have a right to put up boundaries and I want nothing to do with this person. So if y'all want me around, y'all call me around when this person isn't around. I'll come on a different day. Could be because the holidays are coming up, right? Like if any of you celebrate these holidays coming up, you may be like, can you schedule a time for me to come and do, like, let's say Christmas or New Year's or a birthday when this person won't be there, because I get to choose who I want in my life, and I don't want this person there. I don't want them there, or I don't want to be around them. So you can have your Christmas on this day with them, and I'll come a different time. That's totally fine with me. Like, I'm willing to be flexible with that, as long as I don't have to be forced to be around someone that I've chosen to decide I don't want them in my life anymore. If they don't want to have a relationship with me, I don't want to play fake anymore. It's definitely someone who doesn't want to play fake. This is definitely someone who's like, I don't want business from you anymore. I don't even want your help at this point, because you've shown me that you really don't give a fuck. So my lesson learned, I'll take the loss, and you won't hear from me ever again. Mission accomplished. Problem solved. Wow. Well, how are these people going to be feeling now that you, or whoever this is going to resonate for, almost like takes a stand, but not necessarily gets aggressive, just kind of walks away? How is this going to make these people feel? Well, for some of you, like I said earlier, I think they're going to try to like save face in some way. You know, maybe save face because they don't want a bad review on their company, on their website or something. Like, they may try to be like, oh, the reason that I didn't do what you paid me for is because I've been busy with this, or it takes time, you know, whatever. They may try to make excuses. Like, I feel like someone's going to excuse their actions, or they're going to try to excuse their actions, but you're not going to hear of it. You don't even want to hear it. Like, you don't even want it. You do not want to put your energy with someone else again at all. If this is family, I feel like it's going to be more difficult because, like, let's say you can avoid people at holidays and even birthdays and stuff. You can. But, like, if somebody gets sick, or someone has surgery, or someone passes, you may have to be forced to be around these people. You may be like, look, either I don't go and I watch it on Zoom or something, I watch it on the internet on a video, or you don't invite this person, because I hate to put, it may be like, let's say it's a family situation, and there may be, let's say it's a death, okay? All of a sudden you hear from family members you ain't heard from in a while, that didn't give a fuck before, right? This whole damn time, and all of a sudden they're showing up at the funeral, and you're like, wait a second. So I'm going to need either this person, like, I hate to, maybe you're going to the person who's like the main individual who lost someone, and you may be like, I hate to put this on you right now, but unless you want the cops here, because I already know how this individual is, and I do definitely plan on defending myself this time. If they start anything, or I mean anything, I'm just letting you know in advance, you may want to have security here, you may want to have some sort of protection, because it's gonna go the fuck down if this person gets in my energy again. It is like that. It's almost like I'm trying to stay away so these things don't happen. I'm trying to stay away because I'm trying to do the right thing. But if somebody insists, we can go there if we need to. But I'm going to let you know right now that this is a possibility, so hopefully you take measures to make sure this doesn't happen. Well, I was hoping to get really happy-go-lucky, goofy messages today, but it doesn't look like that's what we're going to get, and I can't force it, guys, you know? I can't pick and choose, like, what messages come out. It just, whatever comes out for the day, and this is what I'm getting. I mean, I don't mind the messages. It's part of it, you know? Some days are funnier than others. Some days are more serious than others. Some days are more emotional than others. It's just how the cookie crumbles. So today, this is what we're getting. It's very specific. I just think that somebody here is going to choose not to break bread with someone anymore, not to... What does contend mean? I'm hearing contend. Contend definition.
Here's the definition of contend. Struggle to surmount, a difficulty or danger.
Example of contend on Google is, she had to contend with his uncertain temper. Yeah, you're no longer going to contend with someone. You're not going to do it. If this is you, you're not doing it. I'm telling you right now. Some of you have, or you will be deciding in the near future, that there's a person that they're out. You're not going to reach out. You're not going to try. You're not going to pretend. You're not going to be fake. You're not going to ask for their help anymore. You're not going to hope and sit by, and you're not going to do it, because it's clear that someone doesn't respect you. It's clear that someone doesn't put you as a priority. It's clear that someone is maybe even some of you, it's clear that someone in the family or someone in the business or something you've done business with is being fake to you, like only because of that reason, like because they don't want you to, but they don't really care about you. They may not even like you. Like someone here may not even like you and you know it. And you're like, well, fine, you can go not like me over there and keep it that way. Stay away from me. It's just like, stay away from me. Don't talk to me again. I won't talk to you. Don't worry. Definitely not going to be stalking you. I'm not going to be calling you. I'll erase your number. Already done. Pretend you never met me. Pretend you never knew me. Pretend you weren't raised with me. Pretend we didn't do business together. Pretend that you never heard my fucking name. Well, that's all we've got for today, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.